Welcome to Tantrum Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at a prototype of Skulk Hollow. Skulk Hollow is a two-player asymmetric tactical combat game designed by Keith Mateka. It's published by Pencil First Games and it'll be on Kickstarter this October.
The fox and small clans that live in Skulk Hollow have passed down stories for generations of the gigantic guardians who created the world and then went to sleep. But these guardians are sleeping no more. They've awoken, and with each of their thundering steps, they threaten to destroy the small clans. In Skulk Hollow, each player takes on one of the sides, either as the fox and small clans or as one of the gigantic guardians. Whoever can eliminate the other side first wins.
Let's look at the prototype components. There's a game board and guardian boards, boxes with components for the different players, player mats, meeples, cards, and more.
In Skulk Hollow, each player has their own cards and components and specific win condition. The Fox and Heroes win if they eliminate the Guardian. Now the Guardian player wins if they eliminate the Fox and Leader or if they achieve the specific win condition for their chosen Guardian. To begin, the Fox and Hero player chooses a leader and then places its card and the Sentinel card face up in the play area. The corresponding figures go on the keep space on the board. Their starting hand is 5 cards, as shown on the player mat.
The Guardian player chooses which Guardian to use. We'll choose Grak for this preview video, and places the Guardian meeple on their layer space on the board. The player draws a number of cards as shown on the player mat.
The Fox and Heroes go first and can take 3 actions. You can play cards from your hand to summon heroes, to move in certain directions, attack, leap onto the Guardian, or gain power. The power cubes aren't distributed until the end of your turn, but once you have them, the heroes can spend power as a free action. The icons on the cards tell you which action the heroes can perform for cards or power. You can also spend power to move any direction.
The Guardians get 2 actions. Like the Fox and player, you can play cards, choosing one of the actions. Both players can also use the prepare action to discard a card and draw 2. This is helpful when you're looking for a specific action. At the end of your turn, you draw at least 1 card or more if you're below your hand limit.
Grak can wound heroes on his space using swing, and wound nearby heroes with his gaze. When a hero takes enough damage, you put it into the discard pile, and Grak advances the tribute token. Grak wins when he kills 8 heroes, or eliminates the Fox and Leader.
The main way for the heroes to wound the Guardian is to leap onto the Guardian. They can play a melee card to place a wound marker onto the spot they are attacking. Once an area is filled with wounds, the Guardian is not allowed to play that kind of attack anymore. Grak would have to mend a wound from that area to be able to play that kind of card. Once Grak gets 9 wounds, he can now take 3 actions instead of 2. But if the heroes can fill up all the wounds on the Guardian, the Fox and Heroes win.
The turns go pretty fast. You have just a few actions, and your choices are limited somewhat by which cards you have in your hand and which heroes have those power cubes on them.
Yeah, and later in the game, there may be cards that the Guardian player can't even play because of the wounds that are on him, like throw or stomp. So maybe you're just moving instead or cycling through your cards.
I do like how the different sides play completely differently. You have the Fox and Heroes, and they have a lot of different units with different strengths and actions. You have archers that can kind of hit the Guardian from far away, or you have the knights that have a lot of brute strength if you can get them onto the Guardian. So you have to strategize how to best use those different heroes together to defeat the Guardian. And of course, then you also have all the different Guardians you can choose from.
We showed you Grak already, but there's also Thantos, Raptura, and Apida. They each have different abilities and win conditions. The win menus are pretty cool too.
Many of the hero cards have a special benefit or bonus action that they can do if you meet certain requirements. Like the knight, if you move, you then get a free leap. So those special things can help you determine how to use those characters.
And some of the players may have difficulty adjusting to the point of view based on where their pieces are and where they want to move them.
Yeah, I had a little trouble with that, trying to get the diamond movement.
But the graphic design on the card is clear and helps show you which way to go.
I do like the multi-use cards that the players have. For some of them, I'm trying to decide, do I use it to get the power that's going to help me on later turns?
Sure.
Or do I just use it to get a hit in right now?
Now, I know this is just a prototype, but it's great quality. The fantasy theme comes through in the art and illustrations. You really feel like a band of heroes trying to attack the big lumbering guardian. I definitely need to show off these wooden meeples again.
I think this game will appeal to players who not only like two-player games, but also asymmetrical gameplay and tactical combat. I mean, you're definitely going after each other during the game.
Part of the game.
Yep. So you have to be okay with that direct conflict and player interaction.
So if this sounds like something you would enjoy, check out Skulk Hollow from Pencil First Games on Kickstarter this October, and be sure to subscribe to Tantrum House. We are
Something. Stuff. Okay.
All right, go.
Tactical combat. The turns go pretty fast.
Flast. Wow.
It's a new word.
Go subscribe over there.